Ladies and gentlemen, it is a big, weird, wild world out there, folks, and here we stand. Al pie del cañón, ready for anything. I'm Rob Grams, that's the Natch, and you're listening to...
The ProBoh Show!
How are we doing out there, my friends? Welcome to the first ProBoh Show of the week. Oh my God, it's Monday, Natch. It's Monday. We did it. We had a spectacular weekend, Natch, you and I. I don't know what we did. Well, I know what I did. I don't know what you did. But we had a spectacular weekend. And our punishment for enjoying ourselves, our punishment from the powers that be, to return to our our work lives. Guys, if you want to chat with me and the Natch, it's very, very easy. If you want to interact with today's show, you go to twitch.tv/professional bohemian /barra, okay? Professional bohemian. That's bohemio profesional, pero en inglés. Vamos. Easy. Couldn't be easier. Right now we have Pedro here. He says, good morning. How are you doing, Pedro? Good morning, my friend. How was the weekend, Natch? Tell me what you did.
Pretty well. I did some homework or housework?
Housework.
Homework
es deberes.
Ajá. No, deberes no. Trabajo.
I don't know, you're married,
no,
maybe.
No. I had a lot of things to do in a checklist, and I erased all the checklists.
That's very good of you to make yourself a checklist.
Mm-hmm.
Did you make yourself a checklist?
Well, no, mentally.
Yeah, you know what? Me too a little bit. So as you know, I've just moved into a new house, right? So I put all my things where they needed to be, set up all my furniture and everything, set up my shelves, put everything in my shelves, and then once everything was where it needed to be, I stopped working, which led to a week and a half's worth of my general chaos to clean up. So I was a really good boy. On Saturday night, on the party night of the week, you know what I did? I dusted, I vacuumed, I did the dishes, cleaned my kitchen area. Oh, dude, domestic bliss, man. Domestic bliss. And then afterwards, I enjoyed my clean space while playing video games. Oh. And no parties with Mini Natch's friends.
No. At last. No. Finally.
Good to be Natch.
Yeah, this weekend.
So yeah, well, your weekend and my weekend are parallel, right? So zero obligations as well. So I cleaned my house on Saturday, like rock and roll single man lifestyle. Well, single, you know what I'm saying. Living alone man lifestyle. Cleaned up the house. Got all my things in order. Played video games. Sunday, I thought, right, Sunday's my day for productivity. I'm going to catch up on work, Natch. So I woke up nice and early, as I regularly do. By 8 o'clock, I'm up, I'm dressed, I'm ready for the day. I sit down. My first mistake was sitting down. I pulled the quilt over my lap while I enjoyed my morning coffee. Second mistake. Yeah, and then I finished that activity around 10 p.m. Quickly sent an unpopular opinion out to the Warriors and went to bed. That was my Sunday. Playing a game called RimWorld. Oh, I'm going to get back to streaming. Guys, some cleanup for this week's shows. Most of you don't know this. My international listeners won't know this. Tomorrow and Thursday are holidays, public holidays here in Spain, so there'll be no program. I am off on Wednesday and Friday. I'm off work, but I will be coming in to do my show because I love you all, and I need to talk to the Natch. You know what I mean? If I don't get my daily dose of the Natch, I get cranky. That's the problem. So yeah, that's what's happening this week. Just a show on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Guys, if you are missing the ProBoh Show, if you're going to miss the ProBoh Show, if you're going to feel that urge, that sadness, that ProBoh Show deficit, then it's very easy. Go to any of your favorite podcast directories. So that's Spotify, iVoox, Apple, Google. Notice that a lot of people are downloading the show on Google now. Thank you for that. Go to any of your favorite podcast directories, search the ProBoh Show, PROBOH, and you'll find it there. You'll find it there, and there's definitely a show you've missed. Definitely. We have covered so many great things over the last 103 episodes. 103 episodes, Natch. How can I be so disagreeable I can keep on coming up with unpopular opinions? Oh, dear me. So yeah, find us there and pay attention to this channel, twitch.tv/professional bohemian, because while I'm off, I will be doing some streaming, friends. I will be doing some streaming. That's maybe video games, maybe some art. We'll see. But you can join me right here on this channel and chat with me and hang out. I know I see a lot of people watching the stream right now and not saying anything. Don't be shy, friends. I don't bite. Natch does, but I don't. Okay, so what's coming up in today's show? Let me tell you, folks. In today's Complete the News, two spicy news topics today. I think you're going to enjoy these ones. I'm struggling to find them. Ah, no, here we go. We're going to talk about a European Union party, una fiesta de Unión Europea. Oof, Natch, I'm on fire. We're going to talk about...
¡Qué nivelazo!
Perfect. We're going to talk about a reckless driver. A reckless driver. Reckless meaning someone who's not paying sufficient care or attention. In this case, a reckless driver. So not paying enough care and attention to the etiquettes of driving or the road. And that happened in Texas. So that's where we're going for today's Complete the News. And we're also going to ask 100 humans what job, what profession would make you think twice. That's almost a frase hecha in English. To think twice about something is dudar. It's to doubt. So what profession? God, I'm on fire today with the English teaching. Jesus, bloody Christ. Pardon my use of the name Jesus Christ, if that means something to you. Okay. What profession would make you doubt, would make you think twice about getting married? So what profession would your partner have that would make you think, maybe marriage is not an option here? Speaking from experience, Natch, I would say a master of ceremonies at Vaughan. And don't do it to yourself. But all that fun, my friends, is coming in the second part of the show. In the second part of the show. In the first part of the show, we have a man here in the chat, Chusky Trusky. He says, I should be sleeping. I'm getting old. Chusky Trusky gave me today's unpopular opinion, and it is fire. I'm going to enjoy talking about this one. Chris Basim is here as well. Rise and shine. Good morning, Chris. Policeman, military. Wait. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. Slow down, friends. That's coming up later. Right now, I'm here. You're here. Let's see what's going on in the world today, Natch. Let's see what's going on in the world. Did you know that Brighton... This came out in the Argus. The Argus is an online publication. I believe they have a newspaper too. On the 1st of December, Brighton. Do you know Brighton in England, Natch? I believe it's on the south coast. It's a coastal town, Brighton. Brighton is the most godless city in England, according to a census in 2021. The most godless city. Yeah, it's the new Atlantis. It's going to sink beneath the waves, Natch. I like Brighton. I think it's a great place. Great place to hang out. Great nightlife. But it's actually got one of the highest percentage of atheist people in the whole of the country. 55.2%. Can I be honest with you with something, Natch? I'm actually kind of shocked that it's so low. I'm actually shocked that the highest percentage of atheists in any city in England is so low. 55.2%. Specifically so low that it would, I was expecting in the numbers of 70s. But this news came to me yesterday afternoon. The England and Wales census from March 21st, 2021 highlights Brighton and Hove as the most godless city in the country. Maybe it's somewhere I need to go. Maybe I'll find my people are there. The Hanover region of the city had the highest proportion of people reporting no religion, which is great. Rather than saying I'm an atheist, I say atheist as a shorthand. But I mean, I think I would classify myself as pertaining to no religious group. I think that's the easiest. Because I think almost atheism generates the fervour of any other religious belief nowadays. You know, our modern day saints being people like Tony Hawkins or, you know. And not Richard Hawkins. Richard Dawkins, my God. Richard Dawkins. I'm getting my intellectuals mixed up, Natch. You know, that kind of fervour around a lack of religion is almost religious itself. And I take great issue with people like Richard Dawkins for the lack of respect they show to people's beliefs. I can't say I honestly believe that they're completely wrong, but I take offence at their at the fervour, at the passion they transmit their lack of belief, and how that can kind of be quite disrespectful for people who do. But apparently, in Wales, there's a place with an even higher percentage of atheists, 68.1. Don't know why they weren't including in the census. So yeah, how do you feel about that? What do you reckon what do you think the number is here in Madrid? What percentage do you think?
I think it's 50-50 right now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to
check. It used to be like maybe 75.
I'm going to check this for Wednesday's show and we'll see where it is. That's my homework, mis deberes. Not my housework. That's what I did on Saturday. Let's see. Chris Basim. Is that like a podcast or something? Are you talking about religion? I am talking about religion, but we're going to move swiftly on, Chris Basim. We're going to move swiftly on. The next thing that came across my news feed this morning, trying to avoid too many negative things. There is news about Twitter. There is news about big tech. Like Google had to pay this massive fine. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm always talking about big tech and stuff like that. And people are starting to complain. In fact, I was given a suggestion, Natch. Someone said to me, I love the news you do in your show, Rob. Why don't you talk about the World Cup? It's one of the most newsworthy things happening right now. I don't like football, Natch, as you well know. But if you like, listeners, I will do a little catch-up of the World Cup. Okay, so are you ready? Strap yourselves in, grab a pen, piece of paper. Here's my World Cup roundup. A bunch of men from countries you don't care about kicked around a pigskin ball into nets on opposing sides of a big field. Okay? The results of these interactions will have no overall impact in your life whatsoever, and all is well. There you go. It's my World Cup roundup. Hopefully you kept up with that. It's quite detailed, I think you'll find. Next thing, the world's oldest tortoise. The world's oldest. How old do you think the world's oldest tortoise is, Natch?
I don't know, 150?
Oh, that would be a child. That would be a child. The world's oldest tortoise, or the oldest recorded tortoise, prepares for his 190th birthday party. 190 years old. He would have known Joe Biden when they were both children. So yeah, the world's oldest tortoise lives. He's called Jonathan. He's a Seychelles giant tortoise, given to Saint Helena. He lives in the island of Saint Helena. If that name rings a bell, that's where Napoleon died. Given to Saint Helena in 1882. Dude, this tortoise predates the Industrial Revolution. That's crazy. And it's the oldest known living land mammal. Him and Joe Biden, the two oldest known living land mammals. 190 years old. Can you imagine experiencing that much history? Can you? I mean, look, if you were 190 years old, you would have lived through 2 world wars, 2 global pandemics. Well, no, 3 if you count Ebola, or more. But the real kind of newsworthy ones, I think, are the Spanish flu, 1919 or 1918, something like that, and the coronavirus pandemic that we're still getting through. Even though, it's not in the headlines anymore. It's not in the headlines anymore, Natch. COVID's over. Well done, everyone. We survived. But yeah, COVID's still around, folks. COVID's still around. If I look at China, they've got massive anti-COVID protests going on right now. Chris Basim says, LGBTQ. And I don't understand what that's in reference to. And I think it's LGBTQ. Right? I don't know. Maybe I'm getting my references wrong. So yeah, he imagine all the things you would have lived through in the last if you two were 190 years old, and look at the state of the world we're in today. In 1882, there was a lot less equality, there was a lot more poverty, and things are a lot better in many aspects, but it seems like things are on a downward curve today. If anything, if you're one of those people who want to live to a ripe old age, don't. I'm sure this tortoise, who's now practically blind, apparently, he's got cataracts and he's got no sense of smell. If you are that tortoise, do you think you want to be alive right now? He's probably saying, just let me go. Let me go, man. Although I will say something, Natch, having no sense of smell is practically a superpower in Madrid. You know what I mean? That was the best thing about having COVID. I could not smell the same. And I love Madrid, by the way. I love it. But it does smell like the inside of a packet of peanuts sometimes. All right. With that said, friends, I think I've pissed a lot of people off there. Good. Hopefully you're all nice and angry. Pedro says, sorry, it's not a mammal. It's a reptile. Oh, can we get a ProBoh approved?
ProBoh approved.
You know what? I'm going to write to The Guardian where I got this story. TheGuardian.com came out 2nd of December about the world's oldest living animal. I'm going to say, I read it wrong on the radio. Yeah, because I'm just looking at it now. It says living land animal, not mammal. Thank you, Pedro. You made me feel stupid. With that said, let's go to an unpopular opinion.
Unpopular opinion.
All right, guys, what's an unpopular opinion? It is a brain fart, a pedocerebral, pedomental, and I share it with you on my social media. And you guys opine on there. I've started only sharing them on Instagram because that's where all the votes are. So today's unpopular opinion, given to us by our good friend Chusky Trusky in the chat, is true love. How would you say true love in Spanish? Amor verdadero. No, right?
Yes, amor verdadero.
Ooh. True love.
Vaya nivelazo.
Oh my God, I guessed it as well. True love is fake. It's fake, Natch. That came to us from Chusky Trusky. True love is fake. If you're watching us in the chat right now, I want a very brief definition of what true love is. Good luck. So if you're listening in the chat, you've got a little bit of homework over the next 2 minutes. I want you to give me a brief definition of what true love is. That's Pedro, Chris, Chusky. Just a very brief definition of what true love is. Well, I posted the poll on Instagram, Natch, and 62% of people said no, you're wrong. It does exist. I've seen The Little Mermaid. I know it does. Oh, my sweet summer children. What do you think, Natch? First of all, Natch, what is true love?
Not sure, to be sincere. For me, it doesn't exist. It's like, how could it be possible to find the perfect person just living in your same city and you have the coincidence and to meeting her or him?
So it would be fair to say for you, your definition of true love is dependent on the partner, right? You find the perfect partner and that is true love, right?
Yeah, that's right. I was thinking of partners. Yeah, if you think of love with your kids or with your dogs or I don't know, or with your mom, I don't know, it's different. I was only referring to your partner.
Yeah. Okay, no. That's fair because a lot of people would say true love is about more about the actual, more than the relationship, more than the partner, more about the relationship. Like true love is giving over your own needs in the benefit of the person that you love. You know, kind of a devotion that extends past your own wants and desires. Okay, a lot of people would define it like that. The reason I ask for your definite true love, writes Chusky with lots of laughing emojis. Good morning, JC. Welcome. The reason I ask for your definition of what true love is because the internet is either bereft of a good explanation, or there are many, many different definitions. Some like Natch, that it's more about the partner that you meet being perfect, fulfilling some kind of or completing the picture of you as a human being, right? So you're a jigsaw puzzle. You meet that true love is meeting that other side of the jigsaw puzzle. Perhaps you're shy, she's extroverted, or the other way around. Perhaps you're more kind of emotionally focused and they're more pragmatic. And you meet this person that fits you so well. That is true love. And then other people will define it more as a relationship thing. How the behavior in the relationship is. How are we doing, Norges? Welcome, and thank you for that subscription. It's too early for true love. Give me a coffee instead. Amen. Amen. The coffee machine is broken, so I'm stuffed right now. So yeah, with a lack of a definition, it's hard to say that true love exists, right? Because nobody can agree on what it actually is. But what we can agree on, folks, one thing we can agree on, and you know I'm a big fan of these scientific studies. True love. Well, here's one definition I found that I actually quite like. True love is a strong and lasting affection between spouses or lovers who are in a happy, passionate, and fulfilling relationship. I was taught to believe that was just love, man, not true love. And if that's what true love is, then what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Pedro says, I don't believe in the romanticized view of true love, but in a more pragmatic view, that it's more about having strong bonds based on common values, respect, and of course, chemistry. Sex is the foundation of any successful relationship, but far from anything. Wow. Let's get him another. That's his second ProBoh proof today.
ProBoh approved.
And let's get one for Norges, because I need a coffee too. Oh my God. And another one. Sorry, no,
that
my
gets
bad.
the ProBoh stamp of approval.
So, yeah, is it about bonds? How are those bonds even created? I would argue what we know as love is merely a series of chemical reactions in the body. I'm going to lean in here on a Harvard.edu, a publication they released called The Science Behind Lust, Attraction, and Companionship. Love is a chemical reaction. In the first part, it may be lust, right? Lust, those lustful feelings, a sexual desire for that other person. The chemicals responsible for that being testosterone and estrogen. Okay, testosterone within a man, estrogen within a woman. Attraction, that thing that keeps us, that makes us gravitate towards each other. The chemicals responsible for that, dopamine, I did the pronunciation for this earlier and I've completely forgotten. Norepinephrine and serotonin. And then attachment in the going over longer cycles of time or longer periods of time, oxytocin and vasopressin. These are the body's chemicals. So if these chemicals exist, surely love exists, right? But if true love did exist, surely it would last a little longer than the chemical effects in the body, right? I mean, according to Lucy Brown, PhD, Lucille Brown, clinical professor in urology at Einstein College of Medicine in New York, there are 4 stages to a relationship. The first stage is the euphoric stage, and which I think many of us would consider what true love actually is. Okay? The euphoric stage, which is a mixture of love or mixture of like lust and attraction, right? And that can last anywhere from 6 months to 24 years, according to this clinical psychologist. Don't get depressed. Don't get depressed. I know it's Monday. You've got better things to be sad about. Then stage 2 is the early attachment stage, from 12 months to 5 years. And then the crisis stage 3. We actually have a frase hecha for this. We call it the 7-year itch. It happens between 5 and 7 years. At the crisis stage, usually, you have kids, maybe that causes a big rupture, there's a big moment of doubt. And then stage 4, which is the deep attachment stage, which can last between 84 months, 7 years, and beyond. But most couples don't make it there. We're going to talk more about this, but what I want to do right now is post a poll in the chat to see what my live audience, Chusky, Min, Pedro, Norges, what you guys think, because I'm an idiot, as you know, and you guys are the holders of the truth. So I will post a poll in the chat. You will vote. Does true love exist? Is it fake? We'll find out in a few short minutes. Hey guys, if you'd like to support the show, you can do so on Patreon. That's patreon.com/professional bohemian. There you'll find VODs of the episodes as they are recorded live, blogs, vlogs, and behind-the-scenes content. If you'd like to watch the show live, you can do so on twitch.tv/professional bohemian, and you can participate in the polls we use in the show on Instagram @professional bohemian or Twitter @ProBoh, ProBoh. Okay, on with the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ProBoh Show for this Monday. How are we doing out there, folks? Just another reminder, the show will not be live on Tuesday or on Thursday. These are national holidays here in Madrid, so there is no show. But do keep tuned to this channel, twitch.tv/professional bohemian, because I'll probably do some streams over the period, because I'm also off on Wednesday and Friday, but I'll be here for the show because I love you guys and I love to do it. Love to chat with Natch, and love to put the world straight. Guys, if you want to vote on our poll, true love is fake, true or false, you have a minute left to do it. You can do that here, twitch.tv/professional bohemian. Bohemio profesional, pero en inglés. Super easy. Or if you want to join in with the fun outside of the shows, you can do that on my social media streams, on my social media networks. Professional Bohemian on Instagram, Bohemio Profesional, or on Twitter, @PROBOH. There. Got all the plugging done. All right, so what did you miss if you're just tuning in? Well, we spoke about the oldest living land animal, not mammal. Thank you, Pedro. The oldest living land animal, 190 years old, a tortoise, tortoise, right? Called Jonathan. What a great name for a tortoise. And we also looked at Brighton being the most godless city in England. This is what I hate about news headlines. The most godless city. It makes me feel like the place is on fire. You know what I mean? And the devil worshippers. Not the case. It's just the most atheist city or atheistic belief where the atheism is most prevalent is Brighton. And let me tell you, great place to be. Brighton's awesome. Great nightlife. A nice city, nice atmosphere. It's by the coast. So if you're looking for a holiday in England, in the most godless city in the world, I can highly recommend it. And then we went on to today's unpopular opinion, which was true love is fake. Woo! That came to us from Chusky Trusky or Peth Volador on Instagram. A good one today. I've got the results from the poll. And I will reveal those later. But before I do that, I wanted to look at the chat and see what you were writing through the break. Okay, Chusky says, love is giving without expecting to receive back. And that can never be fake. Well, in that case, the only loving relationship I've been in is the one that I have with my dogs. You want true love, friends? Buy an adopted dog. That is a decent range he gives himself. This lasts between 2 months and 400 years. No. There are 4 stages to a relationship. And this is not from me. This comes from Dr. Helen Fisher, neuroscientist and senior research fellow at the Kinsey Institute, and Dr. Lucy Brown, clinical professor in neurology at Einstein College of Medicine in New York. 4 stages to a relationship. Number 1, the euphoric stage, which I would argue represents that true love, right? That kind of, that crazy feeling of just being so in sync with a person. True love. What they tell us about in Disney. You know what I mean? That nonsense. The euphoric stage lasts between 6 months and 24 months. Stage 2 is the early attachment stage between 12 months and 5 years. Then stage 3 is the crisis stage. Could be brought on by a number of factors, maybe children, maybe marriage, something that causes a seismic impact in the relationship. You either survive or you don't. That comes between 5 and 7 years. In English, we call that the 7-year itch. And then stage 4, the deep attachment stage, which goes from 7 years to beyond. And this study was done through brain scans of people in several stages of relationships. So let's take a bit more of a look at what we would call this true love, this euphoria. Okay, this is a quote from Dr. Lucy Brown. She says, in this early stage, many people show a decrease in the activity in the prefrontal cortex, which is the part of the brain that has to do with the negative judgment of people. It's true. It's true. If you think about those early stages of love, that person can do no wrong, right? They've got the best opinions, they're the best looking, maybe you were wrong about leaving the toilet seat up all this time and they're right about it being down. These people, this person is just like, has had this amazing seismic impact in your life, and life would be less without them. They are the missing piece to your jigsaw puzzle, right? In other words, the longer a couple maintain the suspension of negative judgment towards each other, the better chances they have of the relationship succeeding. This is what Lucy Brown writes. So a part of that true love, that euphoric feeling that happens between that first moment and the second year is maintaining a suspension of negative judgment. Okay, so they may be squeezing the toothpaste from the middle, but you don't feel bad about them about it. They're not a bad person because of it. It's later on when those things start to get annoying. Am I right? Studies have estimated the euphoric stage can last anywhere from 6 months to 2 years, although a small portion of the population, approximately 15 to 30%, say they are still in love and that it feels like the first 6 months after 10 to 15 years. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that a beautiful thing, Natch? Let's see. Chusky said he'd voted. That's great. Thank you. We'll get to the vote in a second. Pedro, here we go. Here's a great insight from Pedro from Instagram. He says, wanting to love your partner is more important than loving them. Ooh. Wait. Follow with him, because this makes a lot of sense to me. Wanting to love your partner is more important than actually loving them. You have to be pragmatic and admit there will be periods you won't be in love, but there is no such willingness to overcome that. The relationship, if there is no such willingness to overcome it, then the relationship is doomed. So wanting to be in love, wanting to be in that relationship is more important than the actual love itself. Pragmatic, I know, but makes a lot of sense for me. The more important than loving, I mean. I completely understand what you're saying there. You've got to be invested in that relationship and invested in the fact that there will be ups and downs. Sometimes there'll be more downs than ups. Sometimes there'll be more ups and downs. You've got to fight through it and know that, that devotion to the partner is going to be more important than some temporary feeling of love. And that makes a lot of sense to me, and I love that comment. The Bridge is here. She says, good morning, long time. True love is more than infatuation. I would say it's not more than infatuation. I'll be honest. I mean, that's my cynical view on things, but there you go. Norgie say, kind of agree on the first stage. Just pure ecstasy and blindness to their faults. Exactly. And then what happens after that first stage? Reality hits. Reality. Oh my God, this guy is leaving the toilet seat up. He squeezes the toothpaste from the middle, and he doesn't make the bed. It's over. I'll be honest, most of the relationships I've been in, I've felt like, a work in progress. Yeah, they love me for who I can be, not for who I am. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of that is this euphoric stage. It's what we call true love, right? You see the potential. I mean, I'll be honest, I've never been with someone because I've seen potential in them. Only because I've liked the person they are in that moment. And I don't know if that's a difference between how the sexes view relationships, or maybe I'm weird, maybe I've just been in weird relationships. But that seems to be the way it's gone. Let's see. So, can we get a drum roll, Natch? We'll reveal these poll results. As I said, on Instagram, most people said false. But right here on Twitch, the people that matter, the live audience, 60% said true. Hallelujah. Did I put up a good argument today, Natch? What do you think? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Seems like it. So how do we wrap this up? You know what I mean? Because it seems quite obvious that, the idea of true love is somewhat of a nebulous one. It's very hard to define. Some people define it as the perfect partner, the piece of the jigsaw that was always missing. The piece of the jigsaw you didn't even know was missing until you met that person. And then in meeting them, you find a partner that completes you more fully as a person. Other people define it as the relationship itself. That it's within that relationship, you feel the desire to put your own needs secondary to that person because of the love, right? Either way, I would define that as that euphoric first stage of love, where you blindly refuse to see other people's faults. I mean, and this has been measured in clinical studies, as we mentioned before, in the prefrontal cortex, that part of the brain that is dedicated to negatively judging people, So what's the upshot of this? Is it real? Is it not real? I would argue if there are chemicals dedicated to provoking a reaction around something, then it's real, right? Who are we to say what's real and what's not real? Can an atheist ever really kind of definitively prove the inexistence of God? No. I think the whether love exists, true love or not, is going to be a matter of faith, one way or another. So what are my thoughts on this? Does true love exist? I would agree that it is. I would sadly say, though, that it doesn't. It's not something that endures. I think it's something that burns out quite quickly. And I think the best that most of us can offer or can hope to receive is after that, once that true love has burnt itself out, that there is something enduring underneath that, a partnership based on respect, based on desire, hopefully, based on something that is a little bit more long-lasting than this just pure weird euphoria. But of course, Disney movies aren't telling people about that. Belle, there's no shots of Belle in the castle, sick to death of picking up the beast's socks from the floor. None of that. None of that. So, how do we train ourselves to have a more realistic view of what love is? I think that's by observing people who are in relationships that have stood the test of time. Like my grandparents, for example. They were together for 60 years. And, they argued like cat and dog, but beneath it all, it was something enduring that lasted until till the end of both of their lives, sadly. And I think that's what we should all shoot for. Something a little more realistic. Something a little bit more seated in reality, rather than the fantasy that Hollywood maybe wants to portray. And that's my thought. Does true love exist? Well, yeah, but probably not as enduring as we'd like it to be. And on that note, let's go to 100 humans. Woo-hoo! Oh my God, friends. It was a long walk to work across snow-capped mountains and through river valleys, and on that walk, I encountered 100 humans. And I asked them, what profession, what job would make you think twice about marrying? So what job would your partner have that would make you doubt getting married? I asked them that question. They gave me their answers. I have the 7 most popular here. Your job in the chat is to identify those top 7 answers. Okay, let's check out just quickly what, because I'm seeing some more messages in the chat. Pedro says, you're right, Rob. It always starts with good sex, but sex is not enough to endure the passing of time. Amen. But honestly, if I hadn't had great chemistry with my Viking wife, we wouldn't have lasted 22 years. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Chusky says, I don't believe in love. I believe in feelings, and feelings are completely random chemical reactions. Amen. Urus says, therapist. Pedro says, oh, here we go. We're getting into it. Wait, first we go to Natch. Natch, what job might your partner have that would make you think twice about getting married?
Porn actress or actor.
Woo! Woo! Ouch! So a porn star.
Yeah.
Okay, porn star. Is it there? No, it's not. Sorry, Natch. Great answer, but not there.
Soy un anticuado.
Some of us are actually looking for that. Nothing enduring. If it lasts the night, it's fine. Oh my god. Profession that would make you doubt getting married. Here we go. Or says a therapist. A therapist. Oof. Great answer. Would you really want to date a therapist? There is absolutely no way you win an argument if you're dating a therapist. Do you know what I mean? What you're doing right now is projecting your... ooh. Is therapist there? No, it's not. Oh. Tell you what, great answer though. Great answer. Chusky says a policeman. A policeman. Is it there? Yes, it is! Wow. We're off, folks. Thank you, Chusky. Chusky, 34 of 100 humans said a policeman. That's the first place answer. Well done, Chusky. I asked 100 people to name a profession that would make you think twice, think twice before getting married. Policeman was the number 1 answer. Well done, Chusk. Why? Why would that make you doubt getting married, Natch? I don't understand this.
Yeah, just to not suffer when he's out or she's out.
I get you.
Yeah.
I get you. I wasn't thinking of it like that. I was thinking like, oh man, I can't grow marijuana anymore. You know what I mean? Like, why would that be a big deal to people? All right, get you. Okay, fair. Understand. Okay, let's continue. Lawyers. Norgis says lawyers. A lawyer. Abogado. Or abogada. A lawyer.
Vaya nivelazo.
Woo! Feels good when it's spontaneous like that, Natch. Okay, lawyer. Is it there? Yes, it is! Well done, Norges. Well done. Lawyer is there. I asked 100 humans to name a profession that will make you think twice, make you doubt getting married. Lawyer is there. Third place answer with 18 of 100 humans saying lawyer. Pedro also said lawyer, like me. Says Pedro. Everything is a debate and you will lose every argument, says Norges. Yeah. Dude, you know, I think I'm just going to be honest here. I haven't been in a relationship and won an argument yet. What's happened is I have just, you know, my will has been broken and I've just said, yeah, all right, you know what? You're right. Is that bad of me? Maybe, but it's the truth. It's a sad truth. Okay, let's see. There are quite a few married porn actresses and actors, says Chusky. There you go. I didn't know that, Natch, but now we know. You know? Let's see. Norges. Politician, says Pedro. Politician. Is politician there? Politician. I asked 100 humans what profession would make you doubt getting married. Is politician there? Yes, it is! Yes, it is. It is the 5th most popular answer, with 4 of 100 humans saying politician. Wouldn't want to get married to a politician. You'd never be able to trust them. You know what I mean? You know, you're going to fix the wall outside, Donald. Yeah, I'll fix it. And Mexico's going to pay for it. You know, you just can't trust a politician. Can't trust them. All right, let's see. Rafelka, an oddly specific one. An embalmer. An embalmer. An embalmer is someone who preserves a body so it lasts longer for viewing and whatnot. Okay, an embalmer. Is it there? No, it's not. Oh, so sad. Why an embalmer? Would that make you doubt marriage? No, me neither. As long as she sterilized her hands. I wouldn't care. Nodges. Oh yeah, freaking politician, exactly. Pedro says an escort. An escort. Male or female escort. Is it there? No, it's not. Oh, okay, Chusky says military. A military career would make you doubt getting married. Probably, again, the same reason as policemen, right? You'd be worried about their deployment. Is a military person there? No, it's not. He goes on to say an obsessed religious person. I don't think that's a profession. And if it is a profession, they're not allowed to get married. In Catholicism, anyway. Is an obsessed religious person there? No, it's not. Sorry. Okay, let's continue. Gravedigger, says Pedro. A gravedigger, the person who digs a grave. Is it there? No, it's not. Don't knock gravedigger, man. You know what I mean? They're keeping physically fit. They're earning. They've got a job. It's not like we're ever going to not need gravediggers. It's almost recession-proof career. Dude, I would marry a gravedigger tomorrow. Okay. JC says a nun. No, it's not there. JC, nuns are already married to the other JC. The JC upstairs. And I don't mean in a deco, the next floor. I mean upstairs in the sky. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let me give you some clues, because you guys are struggling. The second most popular answer, for me, is very elitist. It's very elitist. I used to do this job. We all need them. We all need their services. They keep the city clean. Not the house, but the city. They're keeping the city clean by removing something. By removing waste. What's the name for this profession? I don't again, elitist 100 humans today. I went over the mountains where the rich people live, Natch. Come on, guys. Do you know Natch?
Yes, in Spanish. I don't know the name in English.
Go on, in
Spanish
Spanish
is barrendero. I'm sure it's not anymore. Maybe it's like assistant, like cleaning assistant or something. I don't know.
Well, Noji says a garbage man.
Garbage man.
Pedro says garbage collector. Both are equally as correct. Is a garbage man there? Or man or woman? Hello, hashtag them too. Is it there? Yes, it is! Dude, I was a garbage man for a year. Maybe just a little under a year. Great job. Let me tell you something. Great job. You finish work early. You're in a team of people. It's a lot of fun, a lot of camaraderie. My God. And it's very well paid, eh? Yeah, you know what I mean? You guys are sleeping on... They would make a great partner. Garbage man is their second place. Okay. Chusky says a fireman. A fireman. A bombero, right, Natch? Bombero.
Vaya nivelazo.
Thank you. Is bombero, is fireman there? Yes, it is. Well done. Hey, Natch, I'm just going to say something. Chusky's on fire today. 3 of 100 humans, 7th place answer. You guys are missing 2 answers only. Okay. Why wouldn't you marry a garbage collector? I have no idea, Chusky. I have no idea. Elitism. I want to marry a lawyer. We'll see where that'll get you. Marry a garbage man. Humble profession. Make good money. Get home happy early every day. Good for the kids. Come on. Garbage collector. We're gonna let's get a ProBoh proof ready. I'm gonna salute our garbage people. You know, the 6th emergency service. I salute you. ProBoh approved.
ProBoh approved.
100 humans don't know what they're talking about. We're only struggling because most real answers were removed by the show, says Min. No. I asked 100 humans personally. Okay, you're missing two. Okay, you said a porn star, Natch, right? Other people have said other kinds of adjacent kind of work, like, you know, like an escort. Think more, not an escort, not porn star, more light. You know, if you've got a stag party, you probably see one of these. Or, you know, or I can't remember what the female version of a stag party is called. A hen night. Okay? You'd see one of these. You know, they're entertainers. They dance. I'll leave it up to you to guess the rest. After a good shower, no problem. Yeah, we're still talking about garbage collectors. Amen. You know, you can get rid of the smell. I can attest from personal experience. And you get fit. True story. You do. It's quite an active job. You're not always riding on the back of the truck. Norgie says stripper, as does Chusky Trusky. Is stripper there? Yes, it is. Hey, Natch, can I have a guess? In Spanish, it's a stripper, right?
Exactly. An E.
A stripper que haga un striptease. Oh!
Vaya nivelazo.
I don't have to learn Spanish, Natch. I just have to be here long enough to wait for you to adopt all of our words. Okay, anyway, where were we? So stripper is there. You're just missing one more. Rafelka says a Spanish teacher. They would keep correcting you all the time. Let's get a ProBoh approved. Come on.
ProBoh approved.
Dude, I would love to date a Spanish teacher. That'd be perfect for me. No way, we're in out. Oh my God, we had no time for anything. All right, well, guys, look at that. We've come to the end of the show. Tomorrow on Wednesday when I come back, I'll do More Complete Than News. Or maybe if you keep your eye open tonight or tomorrow, I'll do a little extra show just for my podcast listeners. Remember, look for me on all good podcast directories. Look for the show wherever you find it. Give it a nice review. Friends, I've had so much fun. Too much fun. Did too much talking today. Didn't get to the end of the show. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. A lot of things you could have been doing today. Instead of doing those things, you decided to spend some time with me, and it meant the world. See you next time.